goal right there. Batted that puck out of the air. He's over the blue line. Johnny scores! All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lewis University Television Network. And a big save. Power move to the middle. Wilninski found the back of the net. Fake shot. Another shot. He goes upstairs right there. Take his team ahead by 2. Another shot. And Brian Goot scores the goal. Excellent diving play there. Oh, mama. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lewis University Television Network. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson on the call today for the game between the Lewis Flyers and the visiting Bradley Braves. We're just getting towards the end of the warm-up time here, and I think we're going to have the national anthem, and then we'll get right on going. So, Matt, we're excited.
We're good. We're happy to be here.
Happy to be back. Excited for some more Flyers hockey. This is the first official game of the Lewis Flyers hockey season. The last time we were here at Canlan was a preseason game, which I later found out.
Well, I didn't know that either.
So apparently this is the first time the Flyers will be in regular season action this year. So we're going to take a short break for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back with some Flyers hockey. You're listening to the Lewis University Television Network. We'll be right back. All right, well, welcome back. After that, I think there was some technical issues over there for playing the anthem, so I guess we're not going to do that, but we're going to get right underway here at Canlan Sports in Romeoville. Again, Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson on the call today, and we're just about ready to go. Matt, what's the outlook for today? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm hoping Lewis comes away with a win. There's a lot of talk about them getting better during practices, of course, as you always want to do, but a lot of defensive strengths coming into this game, it seems like. So I think we're going to be looking at some more defensive prowess from this Lewis Flyers team today.
I think so. We got Sam Zagat to our left-hand side in net for the Lewis Flyers, as we have an early icing call here at Canlan. And then to our right in net for the Bradley Braves is Nick Niemeyer. So we should be in for a treat today. Both goaltenders come from St. Louis, Missouri. So the Battle of St. Louis, I guess, in net here at Canlan.
Hey, some Blues fans out there.
Something like that. But yeah, it should be. We're in for a good weekend today. This is, as I said earlier, the first game of the Lewis Flyers regular season. So we'll see what they can muster up. They haven't been able to gather a win on any of their games yet so far. They are 0-4 on the games that they've played in this season for preseason exhibition games. And Bradley, on the other hand, has been able to capture 2 wins. They played NIU a couple weeks ago, way back in August. They ended up losing both of those ones. But then at home, they played the University of Nebraska twice and ended up picking up 2 W's right there. So that was where those 2 wins came from. And then they took on the University of Iowa in the most recent matchup and ended up losing both of those at home. So both teams looking to start off the regular season with a win today, as we have a whistle and we're going to see a defensive zone face-off here in the Flyers' end. 19:16 left to go in the first period. Scotty Ernsting back in the Flyers lineup today. Last time the Flyers were here, he was out of town at a sibling's wedding. So glad that he's back in town to lead the Flyers in this game today, as the Flyers look to break it out. Scotty Ernsting has it, loses it, and Brian Goot takes a tumble. He's fallen down a few times, maybe lost an edge or something. He's engaged in battle in the near side corner and will come away with that puck. Goot up to Scotty Ernsting. He chips and chases. He's being dragged down there by Jacob Goosset. A shot is turned aside by Niemeyer. Jake Wilninski will go ahead and dump that one in where Niemeyer comes out to play it. Flyers in hard on the forecheck, force a turnover, and we have a whistle.
And you're talking about, this team coming, 0-4 out of their preseason. And for those Flyers fans, concerned about that, there was a lot of, I think, learning done. This is a new team, a new head coach, a lot of new systems coming in here. These guys are learning, and they had to relearn everything together. And I think we're going to see the fruition of everything they've been working on today.
Nico Felice and Jake Wilninski will line up for that draw. Felice won it, and now a battle in the near side corner. Down low. That's number 58. That is not Josh McDonald. In fact, that is Alex Fronte, a new face for Flyers hockey today, wearing the number 58 jersey as he's waiting for his to come in. A shot was wide of the net. But again, another new Flyers face for us to try and remember today. Alex Fronte, the 5'11 forward from Orange County, California. I didn't know they played hockey out in California.
It doesn't equate to me, but they got a couple teams out there, so some quite good sometimes.
17:35 left to go in the first period. Here's Caden Ulmer buzzing up the right wing side. Can't quite squeak through the hit there, so he will turn it over, and the Braves will dump it back in. Meadows is in on the forecheck, but Josh DePago is able to clear that one all the way out. Picaz in behind his own net will start the breakout. Touch pass, here comes the Braves. Blessing his hip check there by Josh DePago. And the Flyers doing a good job shutting down the attack from the Braves here early. Dan Johnson will send that one catawampus into the near side corner. Melbourne now will work the puck up the right wing side. He turns it over to Logan Pickens, and the Flyers will slow it down. Here's Alagna. Over to DePago on the far side, trying to go across ice again to Ernsting, but that pass was blocked. Alagna now can't get it up to Ernsting, and so Jacob Goosset will send that one in behind Zagat. DePago up the left wing side. It is kept in there on the point by Zach Melbourne. And the puck now down low is sent behind Sam Zagat. Here comes Scotty Ernsting, buzzing up the right wing side. He's in with speed. And Jacob Goosset was having none of that. And so the Flyers are forced to regroup in their own zone.
And Jake Wilninski does a great job of taking that puck and making sure it isn't dumped all the way back down on their own defensive end. They can stay on the attack.
Wilninski touch pass to Ernsting, and he tried a shot, but that one got deflected up into the protective netting. And so we're going to see a face-off now in Bradley's end. 15:47 left to go in the first period. Flyers on the gas pedal here early.
I really love what I'm seeing here from the Flyers. They've, as you said, been just hammering it in there, just on the gas pedal, not letting Bradley take any breaks here. They're just taking the puck kind of right back down the ice.
Face-off won by the Flyers. Morefoot's shot was wide of the net. And the Braves will push that one out. Logan Stumpf with speed. Loses a handle, so he's forced to regroup. Here he comes. Is closed off there by Reese Duerfart. And the Braves will send that one up the far side. Morefoot sends it up to Ben Alagna. He's in over the Braves' blue line. Drop pass to Logan Stumpf, who has a shot. And that one's kicked aside with the right pad there by Nick Niemeyer. Stumpf couldn't hold on to it. Here comes Jacob Rack up the right wing side. And he will chip and chase in behind the Flyers net. Zagat came out to play it, left it for Robertson, who works it up to Stumpf. Here comes Wilninski. He's on the end of a long shift, though. Goes off the ice. In goes the puck back to the Flyers zone. Andrew Spence, captain of the Bradley Braves, kept that one in. But Ulmer's there and can't keep it out. Sent down low by Tommy Shack. Big hit there by Alagna on Max Picas. Love to see the Flyers throwing the body around early. Selman back down to Alagna. He's tangled up there in the near side corner. Dan Johnson sends it across the ice, but it did end up squeaking over the Flyers' blue line. So everyone had to clear. Looks like there was a close play at the blue line. Matt Borger couldn't quite keep that one in, so a face-off will ensue just in front of the Flyers bench with 14:07 left to go in the first period.
And you know, really liking, again, what we're saying. The Flyers, you know, it's a big change in pace. Their play is much faster.
Here's the Braves. Malvin will send it up the far side, comes back to him. And Ricci will end up with that puck. Gousset will send that one back into the far side corner in the Flyers zone. The Flyers will start the breakout. Werner touch pass to Ernsting. He couldn't find it. Sent back down low. Bradley doing a good job keeping that puck low in the Flyers zone. Really hard for the Flyers to score as a turnover here by Scotty Ernsting in his own zone. Braves have it down below the net. Ben Blessing had a centering pass, but it found its way over to the stick of Scotty Ernsting. He can't quite split the defense, so Grady Blessing will work the puck up the right wing side to Vinny Felice, who couldn't quite dump it all the way in the Flyers zone. Flyers having a couple of close turnovers here in their own zone. And here comes Grady Blessing. He will loft that one into the zone where it's caught by Sam Zagat, and he decides to slow it down and have a face-off. 12:56 left to go in the first period. We're still tied up, 0 goals aside.
And we're talking about the defense turning over right in front of their own net. Zagat's been really quick to react as well, making sure that he's, you know, really prepared for these situations.
Last time we saw the Flyers in action, Zagat had an excellent game as the Flyers took on NIU. That was a couple weeks ago here at Camlin, and was peppered with a smattering of shots by the Huskies offense, but did a great job standing tall in net. Here's Rack. He has a point shot that's blocked out in front. Rebound couldn't be put home there by Meadows. Braves still have the puck. Far side corner. He's closed off by Wilninski, and he will skate it up the left wing side. Here's Logan Stumpf with speed in the zone shot, and that's kicked aside with the left pad by Niemeyer. Near side corner now. Here's Alex Fronte working hard in the offensive zone, forced a turnover, and Nick Niemeyer's forced to jump on top of that one. That was kind of a holy cow play in the offensive zone for the Flyers there.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see. I mean, they've been able to get lots of, you know, moments on net here, and I'm absolutely loving it. I don't know about you.
Kane Ulmer's out there to take this draw, wins it back to Morford, who has a shot, and that one got blocked out in front by Tyler Bouchard. Flyers can't quite keep the puck. Here's Reese Duerfart. Will send it up the near side glass, where it comes back to Tommy Shack. He was the captain of the Bradley Braves last year, Tommy Shack was, but he's got another semester of eligibility, so he's back in the Bradley uniform today against the Flyers. 11:45 left to go in the first period. We're still tied up 0 goals aside. Back to Morefoot on the point. He will send it down behind the net. Here's Shack in the far side corner. He will loft it up into the air, and Morefoot did an excellent job to tangle up Tyler Bouchard, not allowing him to go in all alone. Braves still have it. Up to the point. Picaz fans on a shot. Dan Johnson turns it over. He's into the Brave zone. Johnson centering pass to Sylvan. Shot. And that one's in and out of the logo of Nick Niemeyer. Grade A chance for the Lewis Flyers with 11:11 left to go in the first period. And just like that, the Flyers have iced the puck. So go from a couple of quality scoring chances to an icing and a defensive zone faceoff. That's not exactly what the Flyers are looking for, but hopefully they'll be able to rebound.
Yeah, and that was, they had a really great chance there with the breakaway there. I think they just couldn't quite finish it the way they wanted to there. Some passing with the puck just kind of rattling around in there and just went right into the logo.
Nico Felice and Scotty Ernsting on this draw. Ernsting ends up winning it. Braden Ricci, a centering pass, and Ricci couldn't quite control the puck. It kind of squirted out in front where Sam Zagat had to scramble and pounce on top of it. And Bradley Braves had 3 guys standing on top of the blue paint. We're going to try again to the far side face-up out in the Flyers zone. Ernsting and Felice. Ernsting again wins it into the far side corner, and Ricci thinks smarter this time and will send it around the net. Turned over to Blue Beckwith. Braves still have it. Here's a shot, another save by Zagat. Braves again, stuff attempt in the slot. And I think that was Andrew Spence who tried that wraparound, but Zagat was ready.
Zagat's just too on his game today. He's been really just I have no other words for him. He's just been on his game today. He's been agile in net. He's got his eyes wide open, scanning, making sure nothing's ending up in the back end net as we had the face-off here.
Zagat picking up right where he left off last time here at Camlin, as that puck is kept in on the point there by Melbourne. Up to Johnson. He will sashay through the neutral zone. Johnson now below the goal line will send it around the net. Here's Josh DePego in the near side corner. Across to Johnson. Puck hopped over his stick. And so that allows the Braves to get it out. Borger, pressured hard there by Braden Ricci, is forced to slap it around his own net. Here's Gooset in the near side corner. Pressured by Ulmer. Flyers doing an excellent job on the forecheck. Touch pass, here come the Braves in 3-on-2. Grady Blessing, drop pass, and an excellent back check there by Johnson, and a shot by Matt Borger forces Zagat to make a save. And again, Zagat coming out on top.
And I love the quality scoring chances that Lewis has been able to conjure up here. I mean, they've spent a lot of time, and I mean, even there, you see a lot of pressure in Bradley's defensive zone of the ice. And that's exactly what we need to see by the Lewis Flyers team here if they're going to look for a win.
Corrales out there to take this draw against Wilninski. Wilninski won it. And that set face-off play sends Logan Stumpf in. He gets the puck in behind everyone. Stumpf trying to leave it in the 5-hole, but Niemeyer was ready. Another shot is kicked aside by Niemeyer. Offensive surge from the Lewis Flyers. Puck kept in, a shot. Goes right into the catching glove of Nick Niemeyer, and he will hold on. 9:30 left to go in the first period.
And that's a huge scoring opportunity there for the Flyers. Absolutely love to see them just taking it back and back and back right into the Braves defensive zone there. It's right into the net, hopefully.
5'11" senior in net for the Bradley Braves stands tall with another save right there. He batted that puck out of the air. Scotty Ernsting in the near side corner will stop and turn around and still has the puck. Ernsting, the magic man, on his forehand. Will send it over to Morefoot now. Walks in, shoots, and another save by Niemeyer. Logan Pickens now in the far side corner. All Lewis Flyers. Alagna down low, where Picaz is pressured by Ernsting. And Ulmer is pushed down there by Picaz. Ernsting has the puck on his backhand. And he couldn't quite control it, and it was sent out by Matt Borger. Back to get it is Alagna. Across the ice, tries to find Pickens, but the Braves were in the middle of the line change. Here's Zach Malbin. Is stripped by Morefoot, and it's sent down low. Bouchard pushed off the puck there by Alagna. And Alagna now will work the puck up the near side dasher board. Across the ice, trying to find Pickens. In the Braves come. Again, Selman throwing the body around as well. On the Braves captain, Andrew Spence. Here comes Nico Felice into the Flyer zone on his backhand, trying to drop pass there to Blue Beckwith. Another shot is blocked out in front. Another shot hit the post! And Alagna will backhand that puck out. Flyers got away with one right there. Melvin to Beckwith on the near side is poked away. And then Grady Blessing will fire that one in and forcing Zagat to make a glove save. And he decides to hold on. 7:45 left to go now in the first period. We're all tied up, 0 goals aside.
Bradley almost catching the Flyers out there defensively. They did really get away with that post shot. And we're going to see how the Lewis Flyers can set up now, try and get back on the offensive.
Face off to Zagat's right wing side, won by the Flyers. Sam Warner on the far side boards will send it up to no one. And again, we get an icing call.
And that's not the first time we've seen the Flyers do that this game. I believe I've counted maybe 2 or 3 times a pass to nobody ends up to be icing. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it's consistently been up on the left-hand side there.
Flyers feeling the pressure from the Braves forecheck. As again, the Flyers win that faceoff momentarily, but the Braves force a turnover. Here's Grady Blessing. Will kind of ring around the net. Puck flew up in the air. Blessing gets it back on his backhand, has a centering pass, and that one's paddled aside by Sam Zagat. Here comes Sam Warner. Stops on the blue line. And we got a penalty now coming up to the Bradley Braves. Knee-on-knee collision there between Vinny Felice and Sam Warner. We got a power play coming up for the Lewis Flyers. And the Braves will touch up. Vinny Felice will be going and taking a seat in the sin bin, and we'll see the game's first power play.
Flyers fans, every Flyers power play today is brought to you by the Lewis University Communications Department. If you're passionate about media, their media production program offers hands-on experience with cutting-edge equipment and Emmy Award-winning faculty. Whether it's TV, radio, or digital media, Lewis University prepares you to succeed across all platforms. Visit lewisu.edu to learn more and start your journey in broadcasting.
Huge opportunity for the Lewis Flyers here with the game's first power play. They will set up. Ernsting to Stump on the point. Far side, here's a shot by Pickens, is blocked out in front of the net. And Nico Felice will dump it into the Flyer zone. Slap shot. Zagat was ready and made the save. Here comes Logan Pickens up the left wing boards. Is stopped there by Picaz. And that puck is backhanded in by Wes Straker. 30 seconds gone on the Flyers' first power play. We talked to head coach Jim Swoyer on the Lewis University Hockey Podcast. He said power plays are a huge opportunity to get some momentum in your favor, which is what the Flyers are looking to do right here. As Pickens is able to stick that one away from Blessing. Here comes Logan Stumpf. Leaves it for Johnson. He walks it in. Dan Johnson has a shot. Puck is loose. Picked up by Stumpf in the far side corner. Logan Stumpf trying to backhand pass. And a turnover forces the Flyers back into the neutral zone. Stumpf to Pickens on the far side. 44 seconds left on the Flyers power play. Stumpf to Alagna. Leaves it for Wilninski. He will buzz into the Braves zone. Jake Wilninski will set it up. Alagna. Saucer pass to the near side. Ulmer turns and shoots, and that one hit the skate of Jack Selman. But again, the Braves are able to get that puck out. Wilninski back to Ricci. Ulmer now will dump that one in. 13 seconds left on the Flyers power play. Rung up the near side boards by Melvin to Ricci. Down low. Wilninski centering pass, and Jack Selman fanned on it. He had a wide open net. And that will do it for the first Flyers power play, 5-on-5 hockey. Up the far side boards it goes. Will it go far enough for an icing? Yes, it will. So we'll see another faceoff in the Braves' end with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. Flyers unsuccessful on that first power play.
And something that I was able to really just notice there was the Flyers were almost struggling a little bit to keep it down on the offensive end of the ice there. And just, several opportunities either way. But I almost able to score in the last moments, in the last seconds of that power play.
Here's Ernsting. He falls down on the play, and the Braves will get it out. Corrales is shouldered off the puck there by Goot. And it looked like Sam Zagat was almost thinking about coming off the ice right there. I don't know if he thought there was a delayed penalty, but in any case, here's Grady Blessing. Will send it back into the Flyers zone. 4:18 left to go in the first period. Ricci centering pass, and Brady almost forced a dangerous turnover. That was a really dangerous pass by Braden Ricci. Vinny Felice is into the Flyers zone. On his forehand, has it poked away by Pickens. Excellent defensive stick there by the Flyers senior. Rack down low to Blessing. He couldn't handle it. Another Flyers senior to Pega will send it around the far side boards. Grady Blessing again. The 6'1" forward has a shot, and that one's saved again by Sam Zagat. And again, Zagat again. Zagat again.
Zagat again. Gotta love his awareness. Just in the goal, in his own little zone there. And it's just nice to see him knowing exactly what's going on.
Face up to his right wing side now with 3:44 left to go in the first period. Won by the Braves. Pete Kaz kept that one in. Centering pass to Paul Contreras. He couldn't glove that one down. And that allows Selman to get the puck. Corrales. Contreras couldn't keep it in. Pete Kaz now kicks that puck ahead. Right past Selman and Ulmer. He will get it though. Up the right wing boards comes Caden Ulmer into the zone. Shot! And I think that one got blacked by the skate of Tommy Shack out in front of the net. Here's Shack again. Across the near side, Corrales leaves it for Contreras. They couldn't get anything going. Tommy Shack over the red line, slap shot right on net. Will be played by Sam Zagat. Another pass to no one is dumped right back in by the Bradley Braves. 2:48 left to go in the first period. Wilninski with speed is buzzing through the neutral zone. Here comes Jake Wilninski. Leaves it for Jack Selman, who shoots, and that one goes high into the air off a butterfly save from Nick Niemeyer, and it did end up going out of play. So we'll see a face-off in Bradley's end with 2:35 left to go in the first period. We're all tied up, 0 goals aside.
And it's really been something just concerning that I've been seeing is this pass is going to nobody in their own zone now. I'm not exactly sure what's been going on there. Maybe some more coordination.
Alagna will shoot. That one's blockered aside by Niemeyer. Down low is Wilninski. Tried a centering pass, couldn't find anyone. Here come the Braves. Reese Duerfar will send that one in. Sent around the net by Zagat. Alex Fronte couldn't get that one out. Shot hit Bouchard out in front of the net. Here comes the Lewis Flyers. Logan Stumpf will corral that puck. He's into the zone. Stumpf has a shot, and I don't know if that one squeaked through the 5-hole, but either way, it went wide. Stumpf turns and shoots, and that one gets deflected out in front of the net. Wilninski now is closed off the puck by Gousset. Fighting through a couple body checks there. Here's the Flyers have another shot. That comes into the near side corner. Under 2 minutes left to go now in the first period. Here's Tyler Morefoot. Fans on a pass, and Morefoot just took a penalty after he couldn't clear the puck. Took down the Bradley player. That was Reese Duerfard. And so we will see the first power play for the Bradley Braves with just over a minute and a half left to go here in the first period.
You know, I'm not really sure what was going on there. I mean, you got, you know, you're fanning on a pass and then immediately just going and, you know, tripping up your man, and you're leaving them a man down for the rest of the period.
Here's Grady Blessing. Walks the middle, shoots, and that one is well wide of the net. Goot is able to get that one out. And the Braves had to be careful there. They couldn't touch the puck as they were offsides. Tommy Shack will quarterback this power play. Here's Nico Felice. Dodges a couple body checks there from Flyers players. He still has the puck. Felice will rev up and get it into the Flyers zone. Chips and chases into the near side corner. Leaves it for Andrew Spence. Near side to Grady Blessing on the point. Over to the far side, Nico Felice couldn't center that puck. An excellent stick from Sam Warner will block that pass. A quick pass up from Niemeyer allows the Braves to get that puck back into the Flyers zone. 35 seconds left to go in the period. Rack gets it back. Here's Grady Blessing. Leaves it for Rack again on the near side point. 25 seconds left to go in the first period. Far side, here's Grady Blessing. Walks in, shoots, and that one's wide of the net. Rebound will careen all the way back into the neutral zone. With just over 10 seconds, here's Vinny Felice back on the Flyers zone. Shot is blocked out in front there by Stumpf. And Ulmer will just clear that one all the way down. And that will do it for period number one here at Canlan. Great period, both ways. Action, not very much of it, but there is no real positives or negatives that we need to really talk about, I think. I mean, it was pretty even. Both sides had some scoring chances. Both sides shut down some scoring chances. I mean, not much more you can ask for out of either squad. So we will be back in just a couple minutes with period number two. You're watching Lewis Hockey on the Lewis University Television Network. We are just getting ready to get underway here at Canlan. We've got Mike Fisher in white to my left in net for the Lewis Flyers, and Kyle Fritz to my right in net for the Purdue Northwest Pride. Dan Johnson turns the puck over. Here's Benke into the zone all alone. Benke shot, big left pad save by Fisher. Fisher made a second stop, and we have a quick whistle. Mike Fisher showing his colors early. But Fisher's doing a good job. He stopped everything he's seen so far. Looking for some help on the other side of the ice now. Pusatero, we've got a penalty coming up now. We'll see the Flyers' first power play. Both referees with their hands in the air on that one. The one who has assessed that penalty, so we'll see the Flyers' first power play of the evening. Here's Ernsting's shot, pass, another shot, and they couldn't put it home. That's Dan Johnson, who was standing right at the top of the blue paint, had a wide open net to look at, and he couldn't hit it. These Flyers will have another shot at it now as Ernsting wheels through the neutral zone. Fake shot, Ernsting still got it down low, backhand shot, and a big pad save there by Kyle Fritz. Pride coming back the other way, 2-on-1. Cousins shot, and a save by Fisher. Logan Pickens right there to keep Fisher's kitchen clean. As the Pride are into the zone, falling down Kane Peters, centering pass. And we have blocked pass there by Dan Johnson, stung him. I don't know if it hit him above the shin pad. Another shot, big block by Dan Johnson. Centering pass, another save by Fisher maybe. Dan Johnson having an excellent shift. Brian Goot. Johnson will come off for a line change to an ovation from his team as Arkilla gets the puck back in front of the Flyers bench. Here he comes. Arkilla is checked by Casaretta, and that allows the Pride to get it back and begin their breakout. Here they come into the Flyers' end. They're in far side. Backhand shot saved by Fisher. Another shot, big right pad saved by Fisher. I don't even think he knew where that one was. He's still making the save. Puck kept in on the point. Dan Johnson had an excellent block shot earlier. Is back out there. Obviously didn't hurt him too much. As the Pride force a turnover, they've got it. Benke, he's got it behind the goal line. Forces his way to the front, and the door is shut by Fisher. As a pile-up ensues, Fisher's able to keep that one out of the net. As Ernsting will force that turnover. Scotty Ernsting, he's into the zone. Fake shot, another shot. He goes upstairs right there on Kyle Fritz, and Scotty Ernsting has opened the scoring for the Lewis Flyers. Scotty Ernsting again, one of the members of the Lewis Flyers who can create time and space for himself. Does so right there. Wilminski sends it up the point to Brian Goot. Over to the middle, and Ricci couldn't keep that one in. Goot is pressured, and here comes Benke into the zone. And he's going right back in the box. Verbetsky's going right back in. He is assessed a penalty for interference. He played the puck with both feet inside the penalty box. Still, you can't do that. Because of that, the Flyers will be going right back on the power play. You don't see that too often. Again, referee Brad Bomrock with that call. You got to have both feet fully out of the penalty box on the ice before you can legally play that puck, so the Flyers will have 2 more minutes of power play time. They set up Ernsting. Up to Ricci on the point. Shot is blocked. Ernsting with the rebound. He scores! Scotty Ernsting on the power play gets goal number 2. Rebound deflected right to him. Standing in the far side faceoff dot. Kyle Fritz was going for a swim. And Ernsting, no problem at all with that one. Will take his team back ahead by 1 goal. As Alagna goes for a big body check there. Goot has a puck. He's in the far side corner. Brian Goot centering pass to Reedy. He tried a shot. And Kyle Fritz came out on top. And Kane Nomer's got the puck. Tries to hit Reedy going back the other way. Doesn't. And the Pride enter the zone with speed. Kosagin's in. Shot saved by Mike Fisher. Kosagin up to the point. Here's another shot. Another save by Mike Fisher. Brick wall and net for Lewis Flyers today. What a play for the Lewis Flyers goaltender right there. Battling through a whole bunch of traffic, standing in the slot area. And he gets a tap on the pad from Dan Johnson right there. McNeil fans on a shot. Here comes Ernsting with speed. Fancy toe drag. He's into the zone. Scotty Ernsting, 2 goals on the day. Tries a shot. And that one's saved by Kyle Fritz. Nobody knows where the puck is. Robertson tries to send it up. Pride can't get a shot off, and that puck just jumped over the stick of McGinnis. Here comes Arkilla. He's in all alone. Arkilla scores a goal right past the glove of Kyle Fritz. And the Flyers are back up by 1. Arkilla using his wheels right there to blow by McGinnis and take his team back up by 1 goal. As Wilminski tries to get something going. He's into the zone, blows by the defenseman, trying to split the wickets. And he couldn't do it. Back the other way come the Pride. He's going to turn on the Jets, and here he comes into the Flyers zone. Benke, toe drag, forced outside by Alagna. Excellent defensive play there. They tried to try a shot from the point, couldn't get anything on it. We got a shot block. Here comes Pusatera back the other way. Jack Pusatera shot from the top of the circles. His blocker side, another shot, hit the crossbar with that one. And the Flyers on the penalty kill have a A+ scoring opportunity right there. Over to Ernsting, who couldn't handle that hot pass. 5 seconds left. Logan Pickens. And the Flyers will be taking this one to overtime. Bonus hockey coming up here at Canlan. Pressured by Goot, they force a turnover. Here comes Jack Selman into the zone. Teammates making a line change. Selman tries to power move to the middle. Selman's still got it. He can't hit the wide open net. Jack Selman just had an A+ scoring opportunity right there. Selman gets it back. Gets tangled in the skates, the referee. He's pinned up against the board, Selman is. And 3:35 left to go in period number 4, the overtime period. And we have a shot from the point. Ben Alagna kind of arced that one just past everyone, and we have no goal being called. High stick was called by the low referee. High referee wants nothing to do with what head coach of the Flyers, Mark Marfise, has to say. Flyers thought this game was over. Ernsting and Alagna back out there for the Flyers. Mathurin, he's into the zone. Ernsting strips it. Scotty Ernsting, he's in all alone on a breakaway looking for the hat trick. Ernsting shot, and a big save by Kyle Fritz. Shut the door on that one. 1:40 left to go in this overtime period. Ernsting's in. He's got Logan Pickens with him. Ernsting saucer pass to Pickens. Game, set, match! Lewis Flyers get their first win of the season at Canlan off a beautiful play by Scotty Ernsting and Logan Pickens. What a finish. Scoring recap for the Lewis Flyers. Logan Pickens had the winner. Alex Arkilla had one, and Scotty Ernsting had two. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for my dad for being here operating the camera. My name is Logan Kapp. You've been watching Lewis Hockey on the Lewis University Television Network. Have a good night.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Lewis University is full of devoted students ready to take the first step into their future. A group of hard-working and devoted students using the tools and resources provided and the experiences and opportunities gifted to them to identify their passion and explore their purpose, working endlessly to find their true calling.
welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network for period number 2 of Flyers hockey. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson. And that was a good first period, Matt.
Yeah, I love what I saw out there. You know, it's nice to see Lewis really taking their chances offensively in this game. You know, not something that we saw in the preseason, and really just enjoying some offensive hockey from these guys. There's a lot of, you know, times where we really need to be focusing on finishing in front of net. You know, if they can hammer that down, I don't see why they can't pull away in this game. Defensively, you know, making sure that that puck isn't crossing right in front of Zagat as often as it was. Zagat doing an amazing job in between the bars there. And I just really love what I'm seeing from him as well. Very, you know, acrobatic stuff, something that we were very used to from last season. Bringing it back this year, love to see it.
Well, before we get started, we have a very special shout out. My good friend Mike down in Florida. Actually, more of a congratulations. He just got his 6th 300 in his bowling league down there. So I want to say special congratulations to him. And thanks for watching down in Fort Myers, Florida. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, everyone, for tuning into Flyers hockey as we are underway here in period number 2. We're all tied up after the first. See if we can have any deciding factors here in period number 2. DePego pinched off the puck there in the far side corner by Andrew Spence. Shack will keep that puck in. Near side, Hashmarks will rip one on net. And Zagat had the answer.
And very, very quickly, Bradley's decided to give Lewis a run for their money. They were able to run off, what was it, the last 28 seconds off of Morfoot's penalty there and their penalty kill, and see if the Flyers can settle off this faceoff.
Ernsting will win that faceoff. Contreras will come in and get it, but his pass out in the middle was to no one. Here's Ernsting. Will buzz into the offensive zone. Couldn't get through Jacob Rack. And so back the other way comes the Braves. Here comes Corrales. Into the zone. Shot is blocked out in front there by Alagna. Near side corner, Paul Contreras has the puck. Behind the net is stripped by Ernsting. And Contreras and Ernsting are tangled up behind the net. Here's Morfoot. We'll send it up the far side board. Sent back in, and it's kicked up this time to Logan Pickens. And it looks like that was Matt Borger who just jumped off the bench. Had the puck right in his feet. Brian Goot, Flyers captain, will get it up to Scotty Ernsting. Into the zone on his forehand. Ernsting in the middle will shoot, and that one's blocked out in front. Here's Borger. We'll send it up, and into the Flyers zone they go. Back to Borger. He's got it on the point. We'll dance around everybody. Borger shoots, and a save by Zagat. And Alagna sat him down right in the cage. But either way, Flyers goaltender standing tall and has keeping the clean sheet so far.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, you know, what was going on there, but so what set up that play was an unfortunate pass straight to the center of the ice there in front of Zagat, giving Bradley that chance on goal. And I think Zagat's attentiveness and attention span there, keeping the Flyers in this one.
Grady Blessing will send that one in behind the Flyers net, where Robertson is tangled up with Vinny Felice. Logan Stumpf will end up with it. Here come the Flyers in 3-on-2. Stumpf on his forehand will crisscross into the near side corner. Far side, centering pass. Cannot be found by anyone. Braden Robertson tries a centering pass, and that one is blocked. Stumpf working hard in the offensive zone, kept in by Wilninski on the point. He's still got it on the near side hash marks. Wilninski on his backhand centering pass is turned aside by Niemeyer. And Wilninski tried another centering attempt, but it was blocked. Here's Logan Stumpf. Can't quite force the turnover. Braves will bring it back. Here's Jacob Gousset. Will shoot. And Zagat didn't know where that one was, but kept it out of the net. I think it hit him right in the right armpit. Not the most graceful save we've seen today, but either way, he kept the puck out of the net.
Save is a save.
A save is a save. You're absolutely right. Here's Picos. We'll send that one into the Flyers zone, right to Caden Peter. And back the other way we come. Alex Fronti will send it up. The Flyers in the midst of a line change can't quite retain possession. So it's lofted back in by Caden Peter as he comes off for a line change. Kept in on the point there by Ricci. Centering pass to Dan Johnson. Sends it down low. And Kane Ulmer couldn't elevate that puck past Nick Niemeyer. This game remains tied. Here's DePego. Over to Dan Johnson on the far side. He's pressured there in the far side corner by Tyler Bouchard. Slap shot by Picaz is blocked out in front of the net by traffic. And Dan Johnson will get it back in the far side corner to Ulmer. Again across. Here comes Jack Selman. Working the puck in the offensive zone. Selman is. And it comes back to him. Jack Selman has a centering pass, and it's blocked. Back to Braden Ricci standing on his own blue line. 15:15 left to go in the second period. Here comes Braden Ricci. He will dump that one in behind the net where Ernsting's on the forecheck. He's closed off there by Jacob Rack. Ernsting couldn't quite squeeze through. Braves back into the zone. That looks like it was Andrew Spence trying to dance through Flyers defense unsuccessfully. And the puck trickled over to Zagat, who took the whistle.
The Flyers really able to, pounce on these opportunities early in this period, giving Bradley a run for the money. Loving what I'm seeing so far, trying to get this in the back of the net is the goal, of course.
Gousset to the far side. Ernsting forces the issue and gets the puck. Lofts that one out to Gousset, who's forced to just send it back in. Morefoot couldn't quite get that one through the skates of Nico Felice, and so that one deflects up over the bench and out of play. 14:36 left to go in the second period. We're all tied up, 0 goals aside. Looks like they were able to locate that puck, so we're going to see a face-off now in front of the Braves bench. Warner almost forced that turnover. Back the other way comes the Braves with a shot, and Zagat had the answer. Another stop for the Flyers netminder, who again is picking up right where he left off. The previous series we saw him here at Camlin. And so again, we'll see a defensive zone face-off. Brave shot! And that one's kicked aside by Zagat. Logan Stumpf has an excellent reverse hit there on Spence. The Flyers still couldn't quite get the puck out. Melbourne in his own zone, pressured by Wilninski. And the Flyers force a turnover. Morefoot kept it in. Shot from the near side hash marks by Logan Stumpf is saved there by Niemeyer. And we're going to see a defensive zone faceoff now in Bradley's end.
And, still, again, I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Flyers have been able to pressure in their offensive zone, and it's good to see, hopefully leading to a goal here off this faceoff.
Goot sent it back to Robertson on the point. Back to Goot now on the dasher board. He will go ahead and shoot. And I think that one went off the knob of Nick Niemeyer's stick and up into the protective netting. So we'll see a face-off now. Again, same spot in the Bradley end.
And I just want to say an excellent catch by the fan behind the glass there. One-handed.
Ernsting and Corrales to take this draw. Corrales won it back to Tommy Shack. And he will send it up and out. Kept in on the point there by a diving Dan Johnson. Excuse me, that's not Dan Johnson. That is Caden Peter, as Ernsting will turn around with the puck. Flyers top line out. Here's Logan Pickens. Toe drag around one. Pickens still has it, shoots, and he missed the net. Retained by Ernsting. He couldn't quite get it up to the point. Back come the Braves the other way. Corrales hit by Peter. Down low now. Robertson battles behind the Flyers net. Comes back to Scotty Ernsting. Here come the Flyers in 3-on-2 again. Ernsting gets around Rack, and he centered it to Pickens, who wasn't paying attention. And so Corrales will bring it back the other way. I think he tried to, I don't know if he tried to shoot that puck or just tried to dump it in, but either way, it went right to Sam Zagat.
Yeah.
And he will hold on to it. 12:46 left to go in the second frame.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if Zagat was going to try and dump that one back out to DePego.
Here's a shot off the face-off, and Ricci had to clear it because nobody knew where it was in front of the net. McQueen up the near side boards to Vinny Felice, who's closed off by Dan Johnson. Here's Selman. Leaves it for Ricci. Across to Dan Johnson. He's got it. Shoots! And the mask popped off of Nick Niemeyer's head, and he still made the save with no mask.
I'm not exactly sure how that happens. I mean, a loose helmet, but
I don't know, but
lucky it didn't go towards the face, I guess. Unless he'd already made the save.
can you imagine playing goalie with no helmet on?
Back in the old days?
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, playing hockey with no helmet, for one.
Playing goalie, though? I mean,
yeah, goalie even worse.
No,
feel
thank
for
you.
those guys, yeah. We got the face-off.
Braves will end up winning that one after the warning by the linesman. Gousset now behind his own net. Kept in by Ulmer. He's got it on the near side dasher boards. Caden Ulmer behind the net. Battles, still has the puck. Ulmer's got it to Johnson, who shoots! And Selman right at the top of the crease. All he had to do was put it in the 4x6 opening, but he couldn't do it, and it deflects up into the protective netting.
I mean, that was wide open.
The best chance of the period for the Lewis Flyers thus far as we approach the halfway point in this hockey game. Flyers again in the driver's seat. Here's Caden Ulmer on the faceoff. Will win it, and a shot by Selman right off the draw is again handled by Niemeyer.
Yeah, trying to redeem himself there. That was actually, a fairly well-placed shot. Niemeyer just getting to it first.
Flyers top line back on the ice. Ernsting, Goot, and Pickens. See what they can muster up here. Pickens wins it back to Morefoot to Alagna on the near side. Sent down low to Goot, who's closed off by Melbourne. Back is Gousset now. The Braves in the zone, shoot, and that one's wide of the net. Flyers, no icing on that play. So Pickens is forced to send it behind his own net to Ernsting on the far side. Look out. Big body check there in the far side corner by Bouchard, but Ernsting still came away with it, but did end up falling down on that play. Straker sends it around to Morefoot on the near side corner. Sent up by Goot, who's closed off hard, and a point shot is easily handled by Zagat. And there was a collision between Bouchard and someone from the Lewis Flyers in front of the net. That looks like Alagna.
Yep.
But again, no harm, no foul on that one.
I just want to commend a big heads-up play by Zagat there.
Ben Alagna, 5'10 junior from Naperville. Throwing the body around a little bit in this second period. Here's a centering pass. A shot now is saved by Zagat. Another shot. He made 3 saves. Sam Zagat coming out on top, and we have a whistle stopping play.
I mean, I don't think we've seen anything like that since, last season with Fish.
Sam Zagat doing his best to keep that puck out of the net. Was successful right there. And another big save for the Flyers netminder. DePego can't quite spin around Blue Beckwith, who will end up with the puck. Has it stripped. Here comes Logan Stumpf. He's got speed. Wilninski's with him. Stumpf in on the far side is closed off by Tommy Shack. And it looks like Stump's helmet popped off.
See if he's doing okay. He's getting up. That's exactly what we want to see.
Aviation flight major Logan Stumpf. He was from the Chicago Jets as a freshman. First season with Flyers hockey. I'm not sure what happened there. If it
looks like he might be pointing to his mouth, like a tooth might be knocked loose. He might have a loose tooth now.
Looks like the helmet popped off. Not sure if he hit the boards after his helmet came off.
Yeah, I did not see that myself.
Again, physical contact is picking up as Alagna sends that one out. Dan Johnson bulldozes through a hit. He's into the zone. Johnson centering pass, and the Flyers open the scoring. Beautiful play in the offensive zone. Dan Johnson.
And that's exactly what we need to see from this Lewis Flyers hockey team. They've been pounding the net all game long. And finally, the Lewis Flyers able to break through. And I believe their first lead here at Camlin this season. And what a way to do it.
Dan Johnson off an excellent play in the offensive zone.
Smiling faces all around. They needed that one.
Flyers up 1-0. Just over the halfway point in this hockey game. This is the first lead of the Flyers hockey season. Here's Jack Selman into the offensive zone, is shut down by Gousset. Kept in by Ricci on the point. Braden Ricci, still has the puck on the far side corner. To Robertson. Back the other way is the Braves. Shot is wide of the net. Braden Robertson kept him to the outside. Excellent defensive play there.
And that puck is dished back out to Robertson.
Scotty Ernsting now is pushed off the puck. Here comes Andrew Spence into the zone. He has a shot that was blocked out in front of the net by Braden Ricci, who was down on one knee. Goot leaves it for Ernsting. Pickens now is closed off. Goot working hard in the offensive zone, throwing the body around a little bit. We got a penalty coming up now to the Bradley Braves. Excellent discipline hockey right there from the Flyers captain to allow that penalty to happen. That's Jacob Gousset. And now a very loud conversation happening between Gousset and the referee. So looks like that will be a 2-minute minor for high sticking. Either way, Flyers are back to the power play.
I'm not sure exactly what you expect when you're have Brian Goot in a headlock, and you bring him down.
Again, all Flyer power plays today are sponsored by the Lewis University Communications Department. You can visit lewisu.edu to learn more about communication opportunities available at Lewis University. Flyers unable to capitalize on their first power play of the game. See if this is a different outcome as they lose that initial face-off and are forced back in their defensive zone. Jack Selman will work the puck up the far side boards over to Alex Fronti, who couldn't quite get that puck in. Kane Nolmer to Wilninski. Flyers seemingly in slow motion. Here's Selman. Centering pass to Ulmer. He gloves it down and shoots, but that one is blocked by Grady Blessing. Wilninski up to Alagna on the point. Shot, hit traffic out in front, and Niemeyer pounces on top of that one and will hold on. 7:47 left to go in the second period. 1:10 left on Jacob Gousset's penalty.
And Niemeyer really needed to get on top of that one. Otherwise, that was just going to be a sitting duck. Might have just gone right through the 5-hole. Could have ended up in another goal for the Lewis Flyers as they set up for the faceoff here on the power play.
Ernsting wins that faceoff to Goot. DePago now on the near side. Centering pass to Dan Johnson, who was tangled up in front of the net. And another quality scoring chance for the Lewis Flyers. Umbrella-style power play. Here's Ernsting. Works the puck on the near side. Centering pass to Pickens. He gloves it down right to his stick. DePago now to Pickens. They will transition. Here's umbrella-style power play. Pickens across to Ernsting. He couldn't quite catch it cleanly. And Melbourne will send it up to the point. Here's Pickens to Ernsting on the near side. And again, he couldn't handle that pass. And so DePago will rotate down. Logan Pickens on the point. Couldn't quite get it to Brian Goot. And so Andrew Spence will send it back into the Flyers zone. 15 seconds left on the Flyers power play. They're looking a lot better on this one than the first one, Matt.
I was just going to say, a lot of control in the Braves' defensive end of the ice as the Flyers come back down for another one. A lot of improvement.
Gousset's penalty is over. 5-on-5 hockey. And we will see another face-off in the Braves' end as Logan Stumpf is back on the Flyers bench now after being evaluated by the trainer to our left-hand side.
I can't quite tell if they did anything there. It was a lower jaw, but he looks to be okay, which is always what we want.
Blue Beckwith is into the Flyer zone, far side corner. Tangled up with Morefoot, who will send it up the far side boards. Goes off the skate of Jack Selman and out. Flyers doing a really good job of controlling play in their own defensive zone. Like to see him make some quicker passes on the breakout. Maybe not give Bradley as much time to force any turnovers. But again, as you mentioned earlier, Matt, the Flyers are learning a completely new system. And so this is a totally different Flyers team than we are used to. Here's Straker will send it in behind the net. Down to Blessing. Centering pass to Straker, back up to the point. Here's Melvin, has a shot deflected a few times out in front. Another shot is saved by Zagat again. And Beckwith.
Sticks getting tangled up there up in the air. Not really sure what was going on there. And some tempers flaring.
Blue Beckwith was tangled up with Alagna on the side of the cage there. It looked like, to me, Beckwith's stick came down and hit Alagna right in the head.
Yeah.
But
I think he's trying to protect Zagat there in that situation because Zagat's sitting right under it.
It doesn't look like we'll have any calls on that play, though. So With 5:21 left in period number 2, we're going to see a face-off to Sam Zaget's left wing side. Ernsting wins it to Ricci, who will send it up, and that set face-off play sends Brian Goot in. Goot was racing Gousset there.
Gousset just goes flying into the boards. I can't say I've ever seen anyone do that unless it was youth hockey. It's been a while.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of experience with that. Actually, right in that same spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's where
Yeah, right into the door. The door looks maybe a little jarring. Very familiar with that spot?
I am, yeah.
Anyway, right down.
Back comes Blessing into the Flyers zone. He will shoot as he gets over the blue line. But again, that one's turned aside by Zagat. Far side corner is Tyler Bouchard as he battles with Braden Robertson. Up to the point. Jacob Rack will have a slap shot that's high and wide of the net. Pickens lofts that one up the near side boards. It will squeak over the blue line, and so the Braves are forced to clear out. Robertson up the far side boards. Can't hit Goot with a pass, and so the puck is sent back in to the Flyers zone. Ernsting is taken down there. No call. But Pickens is able to come and pick up that puck. Another turnover in the Flyers zone sends Corrales into the near side. Here's Rack. Down low in the far side corner to Grady Blessing. Excuse me. There was a little bit of a late hit there on Pickens. Here's the Flyers in the offensive zone. Goot tried a centering pass, but Vinny Felice was having none of that. He will burn into the Flyers zone, will shoot as he gets over the blue line, and that one is compromised by the Flyers netminder.
And just before that save, Logan Stumpf making his way back onto the ice, so as we can confirm that he is A-OK, ready to play.
A-OK, ready to play. I like that. Up to the point, here's Tommy Shack will try a shot. That one was deflected wide. Stumpf will chip and chase. He's into the zone. Flyers in 3-on-1. A diving play by Tommy Shack. Broke that one up. Here comes Vinny Felice back into the Flyers zone. Toe drag is poked aside by DePego. Pecans now. Flyers finally are able to bump that one over the blue line. But Flyers there, Alex Fronte was just getting over the blue line and couldn't quite clear in time. So we'll see a face-off now outside the Braves and just in front of the Flyers fan section here at Camlin with 3:07 left to go in the second period.
Really loving still what I'm seeing offensively from these Lewis Flyers.
Here's Gousset. We'll send it across to the near side. Back up to Dan Johnson. Centering pass. Here's Selman into the zones. Jack Selman couldn't even get a shot on net. He was taken down by Niemeyer. Another quality scoring chance for the Lewis Flyers. Melbourne will send it up the far side, turns it over to Dan Johnson. He walks middle, shoots, and that rebound eluded Tyler Morefoot in the far side corner. Otherwise, again, Morefoot would have had a wide open net to look at. That puck is sent all the way down there by the Braves. So again, we'll see a face-off in the Bradley end. With 2:20 left to go in the second period. Flyers ahead, 1-0.
Really enjoying this offensive hockey. I keep saying it over and over again, but it's something that, we did not see and we haven't seen much of from this team in the preseason. So it's outstanding to see this team putting something together here today.
Face-off won by the Flyers. Braden Robertson will force that one back down low. Logan Pickens across to Breachy. He has a drive, and that one is wide of the net. That puck is slapped out of the zone that time by the Braves. Back in is Wes Straker. He's through everybody. Straker can't get a stick on it. And here comes Scotty Ernsting. He tries to go across, but that one's blocked by Nico Felice. And we got a penalty coming up now, I believe, to the Bradley Braves.
Something would allude to that.
Cross-checking is the call. Nico Felice is in the penalty box. The Flyers will see another power play opportunity with 1:42 left to go in the second period. Flyers to the power play.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that is after sending Scotty Ernsting down to the ice.
I believe so. Flyers again looking really well on the power play. They get another chance at it here. As we have a whistle, stop and play, we're going to see another face-off here. 15 seconds gone already on the Flyers power play. This time won by the Flyers. Ricci couldn't squeak that one through, is forced back behind his own net. Braden Ricci this time will quarterback this play. Here's Alagna. He turns it over. And luckily for the Flyers, Blessing was in the zone. Otherwise they would have been in 2-on-0.
Thank goodness for the blue line.
Selman will send that one in. Here's Wolninski. That puck jostled through. Here comes Grady Blessing. He's in behind everybody. Grady Blessing has a shot, and Blessing will see a penalty shot here at Canlan. He was hooked on the play. And this should be good, Matt.
Well, we'll see what Sandsy gets made of here. We've seen a lot of outstanding performances from him in this game, and so far this season, this is his time to shine, man on man. See what Samsy can do for you.
Grady Blessing was tied for second in points last year for the Bradley Braves. Alternate captain from Highland Park, and we'll see what he's able to muster up here. Flyers ahead 1-0, 39.1 seconds left to go. Here comes Blessing. He will come way out, slows it down, forehand, backhand, shot!
Save!
And that one shut down by Sam Zagat. Zagat again.
And proving his worth in his entirety right there. If you needed to sum up his play in this game so far, in one play, that was it right there. Huge moment, keeping the team ahead, 1-0. 39 seconds left.
Here's Logan Stumpf. Has it poked off his stick. Dan Johnson will pick it up. He walks it into the zone, will shoot, and he missed the net. 27 seconds left to go. Logan Pickens has it in the far side dasher boards. Stumpf to Ernsting on the near side. He walks it to the middle, shoots, and it was a save out in front of the net by Niemeyer. I almost thought that one went in the net. Johnson to Pickens on the point. Less than 10 seconds left to go. Here's Logan Pickens. Walks in near side to Ernsting. He lost it. And Niemeyer kicked off the net. Stopping play.
And you know what? I'll tell you. I do think that puck went in the net. I mean, you don't see the net expand for nothing. And for a split second, The back of that net looked like it had just a little bit of a puck-shaped bulge in it.
Zagat is out of the net to get that extra attacker on this face-off.
Brian Goot not happy with whatever is happening in the near left corner here.
Some contact between Goot and Tommy Shack. Shack was the one who had the contact earlier with Stumpf. And so maybe Flyers captain had something to say about it, but either way, the Flyers still ahead by 1 goal after the second period. First lead of the season for the Lewis Flyers. We'll see what period 3 has to bring in just a couple minutes. You've been listening to Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. Well, our guest today on the Lewis University Hockey Podcast is Logan Pickens.
Yep.
And we're very excited. And we also had to delineate Logan and Logan, what we're going to call each other. So,
we got to mention the Logan line that you mentioned.
Yeah. It was you and Logan Stumpf was on the ice. And I said it was a Logan line.
And I said you were a part of that.
Yeah. I just like to include myself in most things because, it makes me feel included.
we're standing way up there, far away from you guys. We like to feel like we're doing something else.
Yeah, but we wanted to start having all the seniors on the show just so we can talk to you and maybe find out a little bit about your hockey journey.
Yep.
So Matt.
Yeah.
Matt's in charge today also, so we're changing it all up. But
a little bit.
Go Matt.
Yeah.
Go me.
Go Matt.
All right. Logan, or should I just refer to you as Pickens? We're not doing that. All right. So welcome to the Lewis Hockey Podcast. I understand that you were on a podcast with the Lewis Hockey team well long ago, a couple years ago.
I never actually did it.
Oh, you never did it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Never did.
It's coming with no experience. Jake's raising his hand. He says he did.
Well, we should talk to Rebecca about that, Pickens, because I feel like that's a massive oversight. We get to at least, be the debut of Logan Pickens on the podcast.
So how does he end up 4 times and you didn't get any?
I don't know.
How does that work?
Campus my freshman year, and I had Rebecca's number, and there were sometimes people like she couldn't get people, so I'd just be like, okay, yeah, I'll come back.
You love it here. I see you here all the time. Well, you have classes here.
It was fun.
All right. Well, anyway, you, Logan Pickens. So this is your 4th year with the team.
Yep.
Obviously, you love it. And I was just curious. What is something that you've learned and that you're gonna take with you once you're out of here? Obviously, we don't want to think about you leaving just yet. But things that you've learned with this team and things that you think you'll be taking with you.
It's the guys. It's I guess things I've learned.
Yeah. About yourself, the team.
Definitely grew. The guys definitely make your college experience a lot better.
Yeah.
Make the hockey experience a lot of fun. Living with them, it's great. So.
And that's a different experience that you have than I think the majority of the team is living in the hockey house. What's the bonding experience like there?
We do everything together. So it's great. We got the same schedules. We work around each other. It's fun.
Well, I want to back up for a second here because you said you've learned a lot. Have you learned anything from Jim yet?
Has
he taught you anything here?
He's looking at you like, what you learned from me?
I got those eye darts going.
Yeah, no, I just looked over. You're just staring at him menacingly.
No, but how has it been having Jim as a coach this year?
It's been great.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of care coming from him. It's something, we're not used to. So, the guys have come together more than anyone or more than any time before.
Yeah. What's been your favorite part of having him as a coach? And now's the time because then the next question will be, what's your least favorite part? Remember,
I could add. It's not on my list, but we'll go there.
My favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The preparation for games and practice.
Yeah.
Been great. Knowing what we're doing beforehand, giving a look on blackboard. It's been nice.
Yeah, and that was something that you, Sawyer, introduced to them.
and I remember hearing there's a lot of it added a lot of structure and to the team that they weren't used to as well.
Well, I had an advantage because I was teaching.
Yeah.
I'm teaching here. And
Right.
actually, Logan was in one of my very first classes that I've ever taught.
Oh boy. Well, we'll have to talk about that too, because
And I kept calling him Scotty because that was what was on his name plate.
You put Scotty on there?
And no, that's what the school put on there. It was just the roster. And I didn't realize that they didn't have like nicknames, and so I kept calling him Scotty, and he was finally just like, it's Logan.
My first name's Scott. My middle name's Logan.
So
okay.
A little confusing, maybe.
But I figured, you have this platform, and it's a great way of communicating with the players. So and when I came in, it's like, well, why don't you guys use Blackboard?
Yeah.
Might as well. Let's use it. So we put everything on there. We put practice plans. We put everything. So it's a single place for all the information to sit there, and they know what color jerseys they're supposed to wear for practice. And
Wow.
so
fancy.
Yeah, that is
it
very
is fancy. It's very fancy.
Nice.
Very nice.
And it's free. It's already there.
Yeah.
It's not something we had to go out and do.
Yeah. No, that's that's using the resources that are available to you, right? I mean,
you might as well use every tool you have to your advantage.
100%.
And, I will say, watching you guys play, and I can say this to all three of you, and I guess maybe more so these two, just since I can compare them to previous to when you arrived, was you guys look a lot more put together as a team, watching you guys, even just, on the bench, look a lot more into the game. And you can totally disagree with me.
You're right.
But you guys look like you're actually like interested in what's happening, and it's really been cool to see and watch you guys, you guys definitely have grown as a team, and this is, your senior year, watching that happen, and having these new players come in, and they're just used to him. But how's the dynamic been, kind of changing over to a new coaching staff with the guys who've already been there for a while, like yourself, and then also Jake in the room here?
I think for me and all the other seniors and juniors, it's been a huge relief.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, the structure and the guys are flowing together real nice. It's never happened before like that. So
yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's good. And and speaking of, good experiences with this team right now, what have been some great experiences that you've had with this team just over your, 4 years?
Freshman year, we went to North Carolina, which was pretty fun. It was awesome. But over the years, just the rivals we have with other schools and getting pretty tough with them. It's been a lot of fun, like DePaul and Roosevelt. Pretty fun games that I don't think I'll ever forget. Yeah,
you guys definitely, you give it to them. They give it to you back for sure.
Is there like a singular moment that like sticks out in your mind about your career that here at Lewis? Like
the first thing that comes to mind that's appropriate for the podcast, maybe.
First thing. I don't know.
I know that's a big ask.
Yeah,
we didn't prepare you with any of these questions, but
a couple things. I don't know.
That's a pretty deep thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's putting you on the spot. You're on the hot seat here.
I don't know.
I mean, even if it's just like a couple, moments or like something that you're like, oh yeah, that was,
I mean, Concordia was our sophomore year with the playoffs, and we were the last seed versus number 1 seed. And it was a really tough game. It was close too. We had to come back, and a bunch of people there. We were the underdog. We ended up losing, but it was. I don't think I'll ever forget that for sure. That was fun.
Yeah,
but that was good. That was good. That's the kind of thing you should be doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those are the kind of, memories and stuff that'll stick with you forever. Is like that, that atmosphere of what it was like in the locker room, So
yeah, and sometimes it's the moments that you don't see that you're not, that the fans may not experience, or even, say like Logan and I, we don't get to see a lot of the things that you all go through together. So, it's always cool to hear about everything you guys get to go through together as a team as well.
Yeah.
You mentioned that was it North Carolina?
Yeah.
It's funny. I think if I scroll back in the Instagram quite a ways, I think it's down there somewhere.
It might be somewhere. Might be some brutal pictures on there.
Photo of you guys on the plane, just like, we don't know how to pose. It was like when I was first getting into being involved with this team. It was funny just looking back through that Instagram, and it was like, oh my gosh, look at these guys.
Well, you guys like to have fun, right? That's
we do.
You know.
You guys seem like a fun team.
We do have a lot of fun.
Very serious moments, but also, you guys know how to, break that up sometimes.
Yeah. So I want to kind of back up a little bit, and I'm sorry, Matt, but I'm curious. Like, I'm always thinking about like people's stories, right? That's like my whole thing is like I'm where people come from, how they get to where they're at, and I'd love to hear like how you made it to Lewis and what your hockey journey was leading up to playing at Lewis.
Okay. I never played high up level hockey. I just played travel hockey at St. Jude, and then I went to Marist. And at 4 years of Marist, I mean, we struggled for sure. It was a rough team, but I didn't want to stop playing. And my dad went to Lewis, so I kind of knew I was coming here. I knew I could play hockey just along with it, so that's the main reason why I came here. I guess I came here just to play hockey.
And what's your major here?
I'm a business admin.
Okay. Well, okay. So what do you want to do with that then?
Something in project management.
Project management.
Project. Okay. And what
I
is
have no idea.
what is that? I don't know what that is.
What do you do with that?
Just working for like a general contractor. Dreams to live in the city after school, so.
Right. Okay. Do you want to keep playing hockey after you graduate then too?
Probably just around men's league or something like that.
Yeah.
He's going to join the beer league.
Yeah.
I was going to say, AKA the beer league.
The beer league.
Well, no.
The flapjacks.
But
you have to understand, everybody ends up there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can play in the NHL. You can play whatever. And eventually, every hockey player ends up playing in the beer leagues.
Yeah.
Well, that's why, my whole hockey career was the same thing. It was like I'd never played, high up AAA hockey or any of that. And, I still love the game. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Like my parents were like, oh, well, we want you to still want to play, when you're 50 years old. My dad's 55 years old. He still plays. And, that's where I want to be too. And so I'm glad to see that you want to keep going, after college hockey because and you had a positive enough experience here, and playing in college to want to keep going, which is awesome.
I can't give it up. No way.
Oh, it's in your blood. So, can't really blame you there.
Dear Samara.
Dear Colin.
Dear Allie.
Dear Tony.
Greetings from a fellow flyer.
College is a transformative time filled with opportunities to discover your passions, build lifelong friendships, and develop skills that will serve you well in the future.
Like you, I was once navigating the challenges and joys of college life, and I want to assure you that you are not alone in this journey.
Lewis University is a community that cares deeply about its students. Whether you are a first-generation college student, a working professional returning to school,
or anywhere in between, know that Lewis is here for you.
Take advantage of the opportunities to get involved on campus, join clubs and organizations, and connect with your peers.
These experiences will enrich your college life and create memories that will last a lifetime.
The challenges you face are stepping stones to growth and success.
Embrace them, learn from them,
and know that you have the strength to overcome them.
Hold on to your dreams.
And stay true to who you are.
You have the potential to make a difference in the world.
And Lewis is the perfect place to start that journey.
The world is waiting, and we are all cheering you on.
Brianne Mayer, class of 2017.
Tammy Billings, class of 1997.
Mary Kramer, class of 1989.
All right, welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network for period number 3 of Flyers hockey as they are taking on the Bradley Braves. Through 2 periods, Flyers are ahead by 1. Did confirm that that goal was scored by Jack Selman. I had thought it was Dan Johnson, but Jack Selman was the actual goal scorer, so Flyers with their first lead of the season. We'll try and close it out here at Canlan.
Absolutely love to see it.
The Flyers will start this period on the power play.
And Ernsting will win the face-off as they dump it back in for a icing that seems to be questionable. I don't think that was icing.
I don't think the referee did either. The referee was consoling the head coach of the Lewis Flyers, Jim Swire, who was freaking out on the bench, for lack of a better term.
Can't say I've seen that call before. We're going to redo the face-off here.
We'll try again.
Ernsting loses it. Interesting. A way to start the third period.
Flyers power play will expire. Here's Brian Goot. He's into the zone. Goot on his backhand will try a centering pass, and he can't find anyone. Paul Contreras will bring that puck back in. He's into the zone. Fans on a shot, and that puck skittles into the far side corner. Here's Ernsting. Will push his way through a couple sticks. Ernsting's in behind everybody. Scotty Ernsting with the shot, and that one's kicked aside by Nick Niemeyer. Grade A chance in the first period of, or the first minute of period number 3 for the Lewis Flyers. As Goot will battle with Vinny Felice in his own zone.
Goot nearly seemingly unaware of Felice's presence there at first.
McQueen will send that one back to Josh DePego, and the Flyers will start over. Selman can't stick it by, and Blessing will wheel back in. Blessing centering pass, a shot! And Matt Borger will tie it up with 18:36 left to go in the third period.
And as much as Sam Zaget's been able to do tonight, you know, you can't get them all. And that was one of them. And that was just an unfortunate circumstance there for the Flyers, as the Braves have been able to tie this game back up here. As Caden Ulmer will take the face off for the Flyers and loses it.
Flyers really need to bounce back quick. That early period goal can be detrimental for their momentum. Here the Braves back into the zone. Blessing has a backhand shot that careens into the far side corner. And Racknow will start it back up again.
There's some sloppy passing going on just in the Flyers' defensive zone. Excuse me.
Niemeyer will come out of the net and play it. Far side. Borger will get that puck out. Up to Beckwith. And Blessing is into the zone. Stumpf to Alex Fronte. He will keep that puck in, but eventually Gousset will force that one back on the Flyer zone. Slap shot by Blue Beckwith is compromised by the Flyers netminder. So we'll see another face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice with 17:30 left to go in the third period.
The Flyers will try to start something up here off the face-off in their own zone. Walminski.
Braves win that face-off. Sent down low into the far side corner where Robertson is tangled up with Bouchard. Up to the point, Tommy Shack has a shot. And that one hit Beckwith in the back.
Game getting quite physical here as Logan Stump's going to take it back down the ice.
Stump is into the zone. He has a shot, and that one's saved by Niemeyer. And again, Flyers right back on the gas pedal after a couple opportunities for the Braves.
And that was a good breakaway for the Flyers there. Logan Stump trying to go for the shot. It seemed as though Niemeyer was just set up for that one all the way through. And it might have been smarter to try and pass that one across to Wolnitzki, who is completely undefended and had a wide open back door.
Ernsting couldn't quite win that face-off, so Corrales will bulldoze his way through the neutral zone and send it in on net, where it's caught and saved by Zagat again.
Zagat again. Maybe the phrase of the day.
16:56 left to go in the third period. We're going to see a face-off to Zagat's left wing side. Ernsting's out there to take this draw. He will lose it, or maybe he'll win it right back to Sam Zagat. And so we're going to try again, same spot. Vinny Felice and Scotty Ernsting. Felice won that one that time, and that one's forced to be kicked aside by Zagat. And Goot will send it back down low. Bradley does a really good job on the forecheck to not really give the Flyers options on the way out of the zone, as Felice is back in with another shot, but really good at shutting down any of the breakout options that the Flyers have. And so a couple times they've forced turnovers in the Flyers' end.
Yep. And keeping Zagat attentive here. He's had a lot of saves in the span of the last couple minutes.
Kane Ulmer couldn't quite win that one. Gousset will send it back down low. Ulmer to Johnson on the far side, hash marks. Couldn't quite scoop it out. Here comes Grady Blessing. Back to the zone. He has a shot trying to go upstairs, but Zagat was ready and shut that one down.
That's another good glove save there by Zagat. And that's something we've seen from him all game long as the Flyers set up for the faceoff in their defensive zone trying to start something.
Here's Banalagna. Sends it behind the zone, not to Morefoot. Johnson now will scoop it out. Alagna up the near side boards. We'll have it ping pong back to him. And Blessing is forcing him behind his own net. Bradley with a turnover. Here's Sam Werner. Got Dan Johnson in with him. Werner on his forehand and will shoot, and he went off the crossbar. Sam Werner, again, another quality scoring chance off the iron for the Lewis Flyers.
And that, I don't believe, is the first time that's happened this game, as that is called for icing. But the Flyers, many times getting very, very close to scoring and haven't been able to capitalize. Scoreline should easily be higher than it is, but we're enjoying seeing these chances occur in the first place, Logan.
Going to see a face-off to Sam Zagat's right wing side. The non-offending team, in this case, Bradley, gets to choose what side of the ice they want that face-off to be on. Doesn't matter very much as Johnson's able to loft that one out and come off for a line change. 15-18 left to go in the third period. We're tied at 1 goal aside as Robertson's forced to push that one up the left wing boards. Shack couldn't quite get anything going. Paul Contreras will leave it ahead for Vinny Felice. He's into the zone, and an excellent couple defensive plays there by the Lewis Flyers will send Alex Fronte back the other way. Toe drag by Stumpf and a shot, and that one was wide of the net. Fronte to Wilninski, he shoots, and an excellent glove save there by Nick Niemeyer will shut it down. 14:43 left to go in the third period, all tied up at 1 goal aside.
Oh, some really nice play there by the Lewis Flyers. Take it and go. Get it on the stick and get it right off. Get it in front of net, and maybe we can score as Wilninski took the shot, and the Flyers set up in the offensive end of the ice for the faceoff.
Wilninski will win it. Back to Fronte in the DePego had a shot. Walensky working hard down low. Will try to send it up to the point. We'll go back to Stumpf. Got to decide what he wants to do with Bouchard in on the forecheck. Here comes Braden Ricci. Will bulldoze his way through the neutral zone. And again, the puck comes back out. Back with almost stripped Pickens. And forces DePego back behind the net. Here's Josh DePego. Up to Brian Goot. He will scoop it up in stride. Goot had to dodge the linesman. A shot by Ernsting is high and wide of the net. And again, the Magic Man with another quality scoring opportunity. Ricci now in his own defensive zone. Will sauce that one up to Pickens. Ricci, DePego now on the near side corner. Tangles up with the referee and turns it over. Here's Straker. Another shot by Bouchard. Another shot saved by Zagat again. Zagat again comes out on top. And another shot. And Bouchard puts that one home. The net is off.
And it's hard to say what exactly occurred there besides the obvious goal.
Tyler Bouchard will take his team to his team's first lead of the hockey game. Unfortunately, if deemed by the referee, as it's written in the rule book, if that net comes off its moorings while the shot is happening, while the shot's in the air, and that puck was going to go in no matter what, and a big body check by Caden Ulmer. He's trying to light a fire underneath his team. Here's the Braves. Shot on the ice is deflected out in front by traffic. Borger now in the far side corner will loft it back up to the point. As I was saying, though, if that puck was going to enter the net, regardless if it was on the moorings or not, which in that case it was, it's still deemed to be a good goal. Ulmer will pitchfork that one all the way down, and it will go far enough for an icing call. 12:25 now left to go in the third period. Flyers down 2-1.
And the Flyers are just coming into this period. They're looking, either they're tired or they lost their concentration. It's a little lackadaisical on the defensive end. And very quickly have let up these two goals here.
Vinny Felice and Caden Ulmer on that face-off. Ulmer will win it. And up the left wing boards, Sam Werner will send it. Picaz will get that puck out, but Morefoot's able to control still. Here come the Braves. Corrales can't corral it past Jake Wilninski. And Vinny Felice now will slap it on net from the top of the circles, but it was blocked out in front. Caden Peter will turn it over to Meadows, who will loft one back in. Peter now again on the far side. Saucer pass couldn't be knocked down by Stumpf. Kept in by Vinny Felice. To Spence, he backhands it on net, and Zagat made the save.
It didn't. I'm not sure he knew he made that save at first.
Either way,
looking around, he said, "Where'd it go?"
He kept that one out of the net. As the Flyers look to respond to Bradley's most recent goal. Ernsting out there again to take this face off. Again, it's successful, and Ernsting will get it back. Turning on the Jets through the neutral zone. Here's Ernsting. We'll take it down low behind the net. Ricci on the point. Across to DePago, who will send that one back down low. Goot touches it to DePago again, down low, back to Logan Pickens. Logan Pickens, the most recent guest on Lewis University Hockey Podcast. You heard a clip of it in that second intermission. If you're interested in hearing that entire episode, you can find the Lewis University Podcast channel at LewisU Podcast on YouTube. Matt and I had a great conversation with him. So it's definitely worth the listen as the Braves ice that puck. And so we'll see a face-off now in Bradley's end of the ice. 10:23 left to go in the third period. Again, Bradley up 2-1.
You know, it's always a wonderful cast, and I'm just going to double down on it and say I would highly encourage any of you watching tonight, check it out. It'll be a good time.
Flyers again looking to respond here still as that faceoff is won, but Morefoot couldn't quite keep that puck in. He will fight through a couple hits. Here's Stumpf with the shot. That one got deflected out in front of the net. A hit up high on Caden Ulmer by Grady Blessing will earn Grady Blessing a trip to the sin bin.
I mean, that's another one. I wouldn't say the whistle was blown late, but it seemed like he was waiting to see what happened.
That was referee Brad Baumrock with that call. Again, Flyers looking to take advantage here as Stumpf has the puck on the power play. The Flyers will set up. Logan Pickens keeps that one in. And it eventually gets slapped all the way down by the Braves. Just as a reminder, all Lewis University power plays today are sponsored by the Lewis University Communications Department. You can visit lewisu.edu to learn more about all communication majors at Lewis University. Here comes Ernsting over the blue line. Fakes the shot. Still has the puck. He's in charge. Quarterback in this power play. Logan Stumpf to Ernsting. Over to Pickens on the far side. Tries to hit Alex Fonte in the middle, and he couldn't get a stick on it. Here comes Ernsting again. In on his backhand this time. Minute gone on the Flyers power play. Scotty Ernsting pressured by Spence, but the Flyers still retain possession. Logan Stumpf will shoot, and that one is excellent block there by Straker. Another shot block by the Braves there. Here's Logan Stumpf down low below the goal line. Will set up. Pickens on the far side to Stumpf. Slap shot. Puck squeaked through, but it was saved by Nick Niemeyer. Again, Flyers in the driver's seat on this power play. Here's Pickens on the point to Stumpf. Slap shot again is saved by Niemeyer. That was the best power play we've seen from the Lewis Flyers this game.
I could not agree with you more on that. I mean, it's nice to see the Lewis Flyers taking full advantage of their power play. The only way I think they could take fuller advantage is by scoring, and they have a great opportunity to do that right now. They have a lot of energy in this power play, looking to come back and tie this game up.
18 seconds left to go on this power play as Wilninski will win that one into the near side corner, sent up to Alagna. To Wilninski, who couldn't settle it. And again, that puck is kept in by Ricci on the point. Ricci down low to Ulmer. Kept in by Ricci again. Ulmer will control it this time. Centering pass is forced out by the Braves. Flyers unsuccessful again on that power play, but again, I think that was their best opportunity of the game so far.
And a flying shot towards Zaget there as he makes that glove save. That might have been sailing high. Stay in control anyway.
Flyers will again send their top line back out. Ernsting, Goot, and Pickens.
Getting a lot of work today.
See what they can muster up here. Here's DePego to Robertson on the far side. Logan Pickens is able to control that puck. The pace of play really slowing down as we enter the latter half of this hockey game. Here's Nico Felice. Pressured by Pickens. Will dance his way through. A shot as he enters the zone is blocked out in front. And Pickens will loft it out. And some big body contact there by Brian Goot on the blue line. And again, Flyers captain doing what he does best and throwing the body around.
Some conversations between maybe Jim and Swire, Coach Jim Swire of the Flyers, and
Brian Goot was trying to make a little bit of a sneaky line change there. Obviously can't change after that icing call. So with 6:53 left to go, we'll see a face-off in the Flyers zone. Won by the Braves. A shot saved by Zagat. Is deflected up into the protective netting, and again, we've got a crowd forming in the near side corner.
There you go.
And that souvenir has been returned.
I'll toss that one back up in there.
I think that one came with a return to sender label. Anyway, 6:41 left to go now in the third period. Face off on the other side of the ice this time. After some conversation, puck is finally dropped. Here's a point shot by McQueen. Is kind of flutters into the near side where it's picked up by Logan Stumpf. Here's Stumpf in the far side corner. Will set it up. Stumpf again just turns the puck over, and back comes Blue Beckwith into the Flyers zone. Centering pass and a big save by Zagat. Blockered that one out of the air. And I think he had to reach behind him to save that one. Here's Wilninski. Morefoot. It will eventually get sent across to Ben Alagna. And Flyers flub it in their defensive zone. Here's a shot, is wide of the net. That was Tyler Bouchard, one of the goal scorers for the Bradley Braves. Here's Logan Stumpf. Able to pick up that puck in stride. Is dragged down right there on the red line. And no call. Again, I think there's some animosity between Logan Stumpf and maybe a couple members of the Bradley Braves after he took that big body check from Tommy Shack way back in the first period. Here comes Matt Borger. Puck is slapped on that, and that one was wide. DePego leaves it for Ernsting. And it's kicked back to Dan Johnson. That was shut down relatively easily by Tommy Shack. And again, pace of play really slowing down here in the third. Turnover to Borger. He fans onto the first shot, and Zagat made the second save. Tommy Shack on the point will shoot. And again, paddled aside by Zagat. Here comes Scotty Ernsting. Will chip and chase, and he's taken down by Shack, who really stepped out of his skating lane again to make contact there. And really that needs to be an interference penalty. You cannot step out of your skating lane to take down a player like that when he chips the puck around you the other way. That's just not how it works. But no call was made, so I guess we're still playing 5-on-5 hockey. 4.5 minutes left to go. Face-off won by the Flyers. Sent all the way out by Jacob Gousset. And that one will go far enough for an icing call. Again, Flyers looking for any advantage that they can get here. They were really successful on their most recent power play. Even though they didn't score a goal, they really had a lot of offensive zone time, had a lot of offensive opportunities. And again, Flyers force a turnover here. Yes! And a backhand shot by Caden Ulmer. Finds the back of the net. This game is tied with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the third period. Caden Ulmer.
And you can't love it more than that. It's exactly what they were looking for. Big smiles on the faces of the Lewis Flyers all across the bench and all over the ice. It's exactly what this team needed. We'll see if that'll light the fire that they need to finish this game out. I think they were looking for it. A couple missed calls by the ref, and what are we going to do about it? Let's score a goal, guys. That's exactly what we did.
Caden Ulmer, one of my all-stars from last year for the Lewis Flyers, comes through in a big way in period number 3 today against Bradley. And so with just under 4 minutes left to go, Flyers will look to hold on to this 1-goal lead. Excuse me, they're tied now.
They're tied now.
Excuse me.
As the Flyers come back in, the offensive end of the ice, it's sent back up, caught between Brian Good's feet. Big save by Sam Zaget. Taking that one right in the logo. Nothing Bradley can do about that one.
Again, Zaget standing tall. After finally the Flyers are able to show some life in the offensive zone. And so again, we'll see a face-off to Sam Zaget's right wing side. Goot lost it in his skates, turns it over. Nico Felice will turn around and fire, but that one is wide of the net. Here comes Logan Pickens into the offensive zone. Couldn't quite get it over to Ernsting. Centering pass. Here's Caden Peter. And that shot, was by Ricci, but was saved by Niemeyer. Here come the Braves into the zone, and we got a penalty. Again, a centering pass. Finally, the Flyers touch up. And again, we're going to see another penalty shot.
It was Brayton Robertson just bulldozing. And that's not exactly what you're looking to do.
Not sure who that was that took down Nico Felice. Vinny Felice.
It was Brayton Robertson there.
Okay.
The end.
Well, either way, we're going to see the second penalty shot of this hockey game. He swings way out onto his forehand side, brings it to his backhand, and again, Sam Zaget shuts the door.
That's exactly what we need to see from Sam Zaget. And the Flyers sort of come back out onto the ice here.
Better see a couple stick taps and pad taps to the Flyers netminder after again he bails his team out.
I mean, the amount of times he's been able to do that for in this game is he's just been playing out of his mind. Outstanding.
2:57 left to go in the third period. And 2 penalty shots later, this game is tied. Blessing forces a turnover. Ulmer will get it back and force it out. Back to Grady Blessing. He's into the zone again. An excellent back check by Caden Ulmer. We'll get that puck back out. Poked out by Alagna. Comes right back to him. He will quarterback this play. Over the far side, Caden Ulmer up to Jake Wilninski. He will turn it on, burn it into the offensive zone on his backhand. Jake Wilninski will leave it behind the net. Johnson kept in on the point by Ricci, deflects to Ernsting, who couldn't find a stick on it. Grady Blessing ties up with DePego in the near side corner, and Ricci will swoop in and pick it up. Taken down, here's Blue Beckwith on the far side. Faceoff, Don has a shot, and that one is blocked by the stick of Dan Johnson up into the protective netting, so we'll see a faceoff in the Flyers zone. 1:52 left to go in the third period. We're all tied up, 2 goals aside.
And I'm really loving to see this team. They're coming back after that penalty shot, just fired up, ready to go. It's exactly what they need to do.
Again, another faceoff won by Ernsting, poked out by Morefoot. And again, Logan Stumpf working hard in his offensive zone. Beckwith will strip it from Ernsting. Again, stripped by Pickens. Here comes Scotty Ernsting into the zone. Leaves it for Stumpf, who will turn and shoot. And that one gets blocked by a rack out in front of the net. Alagna on the point will try a shot. And that pass up to Jacob Corrales couldn't be found, and so it will trickle into the Flyers' end. Here's Malbin. Up to Blue Beckwith in the far side corner is closed off by Alagna. Beckwith still has the puck, has a centering pass, but that one's shut down by Ernsting. Morefoot will find Stumpf. He's into the offensive zone on his backhand. Logan Stumpf is all alone because his teammates were making a line change. Nico Felice will rev it up this time. Flyers doing a good job shutting that down before it even gets into the offensive zone. And it looks like DePego caught a stick up high there. Again, no call. And so the Flyers, with 30 seconds left to go, will have another bid at it. Wilninski can't quite get it into the zone. Found by Caden Ulmer. And Wilninski had fallen down in the Bradley end of the ice.
He's got a big smile on his face. Knew exactly what was going to happen there.
20 seconds on the nose left to go in this third period. We're going to see a face-off outside the Bradley end. We've seen quite the hockey game already so far. We'll see if a winner's decided in regulation or if we'll see some bonus hockey here at Camlin. Face-off won by the Flyers. Braden Ricci sends it up to Stumpf. Can't handle the pass. And so he's pinned up against the boards by Nico Felice. Centering pass is gloved down in front of the net. Puck sat out in the slot. And Felice couldn't find it to the point. Tommy Shack had a shot. And it got blocked out in front. That horn will sound. And so this game will require extra time.
We'll see what the Flyers can put up here. A lot of, I'd say there's a fire lit underneath these guys. They were up, they went down, they'll tie it back up, and these guys are ready to win this game.
Flyers really doing a good job not getting frustrated. They did go down at one point in this hockey game, but they were able to tie it up. Again, a strong point for the Flyers game thus far has been the goaltender, Sam Zagat, who's faced two penalty shots.
Not something you see very often.
No, not something that you see very often at all. But he handled that without any issue. And so because of that, the Flyers are heading to overtime in this hockey game.
And something that I just love to point out is the Flyers have been persistent this entire game. And that's a huge, huge bonus. If you're looking back at last season, going into the third period and later, the Flyers would, not have that same fire in their belly that, I mentioned earlier. And the game would not always go their way, but this year they've got something going for them, and we'll see what they can do. See if they can capitalize on this energy that they're bringing in.
So we will see a 5-minute 3-on-3 period here for overtime. If a winner is not decided, we will go to a shootout. But we will have 5 minutes of 3-on-3 time. A lot of open ice out there. Speedsters are out there for the Flyers. Caden Ulmer, Jake Wilninski, and Dan Johnson. Jacob Rack, Vinny Felice, and Nico Felice are out there for the Bradley Braves. Here comes Nico Felice. Will swing into the Flyers zone. Skates across to his forehand. Nico Felice has still got it. Up to the point, Jacob Rack. Back to Nico. Walks to the middle to Jacob Rack. Flyers couldn't get it out. Rack to Vinny. His hip check there by Johnson. Caden Ulmer will get it. Sends it up to Jake Wilninski, and he will try and slow it down a little bit. Wilninski will dump that puck in and basically just give it away. Here's Rack in his own zone. 3:55 left to go in overtime. We'll slow it down into the Flyers zone behind the net. Dan Johnson back to get it. We'll send it back to Logan Stumpf. Up to Scotty Ernsting, the points leader for the Lewis Flyers last year. Magic Man, can he do it again? Centering pass to Stumpf. Couldn't find it. An excellent stick there from Brian Goot and Logan Stumpf. We'll get that puck back in the possession of the Lewis Flyers. Here comes Goot into the zone, centering pass. Collision between Stumpf. Ernsting has the puck. Scotty Ernsting passes Goot, and he couldn't find it. Goot still has it on the near side corner. Brian Goot, again, had a wide open net to look at. Scotty Ernsting's got it, shoots, and he missed the net. A series of quality scoring opportunities. Here's Caden Ulmer. Walks in, shoots, and a big save, this time by Nico Niemeyer.
And the Flyers just absolutely pounding this net. The moment these guys get a chance on offense, it's just all of a sudden, they just a switch just turns on for them.
Face off again, won by the Flyers. Here's Benalagna. Leaves it for Ulmer, who's pressured by Grady. Blessing's in. He's in all alone, and Blessing pulls it to the forehand and sends it right past Stamzaget, and will end it in overtime. Grady Blessing has the winner.
Not exactly what the Lewis Flyers had in mind after an outstanding previous offensive play. That one is let go. And that'll be how the game ends. An overtime goal for Bradley University.
Flyers really have a disappointing end to that hockey game. Played really well for the majority of it. Had really the majority of control in that overtime period, but unfortunately for them, ended up giving one opportunity to Grady Blessing, and he was able to capitalize on it and win that hockey game for the Bradley Braves. So before we head out, Matt, any thoughts on the game as a whole?
I really love to see, the Flyers keeping their energy high all throughout the end of the game all the way to the end, rather. Offensively, really making those those opportunities known, putting 2 into the back of the net. A lot more could be done, in terms of making those chances happen. A lot of backdoor opportunities, just don't want to take the shot, whiffing. But I see a really positive change in this team now. Defensively, offensively, in goal, everybody, it's come together under this new style of play. And I think tomorrow they have, in tomorrow's game, a huge opportunity to come back and try to win that game tomorrow, as much as they'd like to have won that game today.
Yes, as you said, they will get another crack at it tomorrow for game number 2, which we will be back at, and that puck drop is at 3:30 here at Kalen Sports in Romeoville. And again, we will be live on the Lewis University Television Network. So, Matt, thanks for being here. Thanks to our crew, Mike Kep on the camera. We appreciate everyone who's come out to support Flyers hockey. Thank you all for joining. We'll catch you all on the next one.